Okay, this is lesson 17. We're going to be talking about equations involving factored expressions. We're going to do number one, parts A, B, and C. So if you guys could turn your workbooks to page 92, let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to see here, this is going to be a really easy lesson. What we're going to see here is the first thing it wants us to do is it wants us to solve each of these equations. So, okay, that's no big deal. I can do that. We're just going to add 10 to both sides here, and I get x equals 10. And then over here, I like to get rid of those fractions. So I'm just going to multiply through by 2. I'm going to get x plus 40 equals 0. I'm going to minus 40 on both sides. I'm going to get x equals negative 40. All right, so what I want you to notice is that I want you to notice that both of those equals 0. Okay, so let's play a little game. All right, so I just want to kind of do this over on the side. So let's play a little game. Let's say that I said to you, I've got two numbers. We'll just call them x and y. I've got two numbers that when I multiply them together, I'm going to get something like, let's just say 20. Now, if I said to you, what can you tell me about the two numbers? You might say something like, oh, okay, well, I know that x is 2 and y is 10. Okay, but someone else might say, no, 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 x is 5 and y is 4. Okay, and someone else might say, well, x is 1 and y is 20. So, can you really tell me anything about these numbers? Do you know that they're both positive? Could it be negative 10 and negative 2? Do you even know that their absolute values are less than 20? Could x be, say, 40 and y be 1/2? So when I multiply two numbers together, I don't know, and if I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. If I'm going to multiply two numbers and I get some result other than 0, then I really don't know anything about these two numbers. I really can't tell you anything. But as soon as I change this to a 0, now you can tell me something about the two numbers. Now, for sure, one of these numbers, or both of them, have to be 0. Has to be. If x is 1,000,000, y is 0. If x is negative 220, y is 0. If y is 5, x has to be 0. One or both of these numbers has to be 0. That's called the zero product property. The zero product property. And basically what it says is that if A, B equals 0, then A equals 0 or B equals 0. Okay, that's what we know. So, that being said, we can look at this next part C. It says, demanding Dwight insists that you give him two solutions to the following equation. So I want you to notice that I have both of these equations up here, x minus 10 equals 0, x over 2 plus 20 equals 0. Notice that both of those were set equal to 0, and then we solved them. Notice that those two same expressions are right here, and when I multiplied them together, I got 0. So that means, according to my zero product property, that means that either this is 0 or this is 0. So that means that if I were to provide two solutions, I would say that one solution is 10, because if I plug 10 in here, I get 0. So one solution is 10, and the other solution is, when is this 0? This is 0 when x is negative 40. So my other solution must be negative 40. So what's the bottom line here? The bottom line is, when you're faced with an equation that has two things being multiplied together, whether it be a monomial times a binomial or a binomial times a binomial, whenever things are being multiplied together and the result is 0, All you have to do to get your solutions is set this part equal to 0, set this part equal to 0, solve them separately, and those are your solutions. We'll talk more about this in class, and then we'll do some practice.